Hello again, YouTube, and welcome to Sakura Succubus 7. My name is MS-Punker1, and since we finished Sakura Nova in the last video, and this is the last visual novel video, it's now time to start the next one, which next in line is Succubus 7, as you can see. What will Hiroki and the girls will come up with this time? Let's find out. As I nuzzle my cheek against my futon. It's warm and soft, and it feels like I'm being enveloped in a gentle embrace. It's not your futon, isn't it? It's one of the girls. I'd be content enough to lie here, cocooned by warmth, but unfortunately... Yep, knew it was one of the girls. I can hear an angelic voice calling out to me. I like to turn over and go back to sleep, but I just can't. I don't want to upset whoever it is who owns this voice. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm getting up. Didn't mean to keep you. I pressed your hand to my mouth, stifling a yawn. And pulled myself into a sitting position. I'm sure my hair must be messy after spending a night tossing and turning. I doubt I look at my best, but I guess that's to be expected. I've just woken up. Blinking my white spots away from my field of vision, I turned my head to greet the angel who awoke me, and who has awoken me, and... Oh, Stefania. Ah. A vision sitting boom before me has golden hair which tumbles about her shoulders in twin cascades, which are loosely tied back in a pair of pigtails. Her apple green eyes are frigid with long lashes, which are every bit as golden as her hair. The skin is smooth and soft and creamy. She's undeniably adorable, and of course I know who she is. This woman is, believe it or not, none other than Stefania. Stefania Sofia Maria Isabella of Astoria, the princess of a small European country, Astoria, which borders Germany at the Netherlands. I think it's a fictional country because I have never heard of a country named Astoria. So Stefania's Europeanness is pretty apparent, even at a glance, based on her striking blonde hair. You don't see many Japanese women who looks like that. Not unless they bleach their hair. Is that true, actually? Aren't there any natural Japanese blondes? Based on her appearance alone, Stefania doesn't look like the kind of woman who should be any good at Japanese. But her proficiency in the language is really quite remarkable. Stefanya's Japanese sounds very natural, almost like the native speakers. She doesn't have much in the way of an accent at all, and neither does her maid Elizabeth. As for why this is, well, it's a bit of a long story. Stefania, despite being a Astoria's princess, is actually a huge fan of Japanese culture. She's been obsessed with our media, music and fashion from a young age. And she took great pains to learn how to speak Japanese to a fluent level, despite never having been in Japan before. Until now, that is. Stefania is very much in Japan at this moment. In Tokyo, to be more precise. In my apartment. Talk about the world in the wake-up call. That's a very sensible thing to say, Lizzie. I mean, Elizabeth. Sure, Elizabeth sure is wise. Speaking of Elizabeth, I wonder where she is. I can't see hide nor hair of her. I guess given how proficient she is, she have dressed already in her maid attire, and she probably be engaged in housework as we speak. I told Elizabeth last night before we slept that she didn't need to fuss about the state of my apartment, but Elizabeth insisted. She's pretty serious when it comes to keeping things tidy. It's fine. It's fine. You can, if you want to depend on me, I don't mind. Of course. You're my girlfriend now, aren't you, Steffi? In a good way, I hope. I don't think I'm all that amazing, really. But if you think so, who am I to tell you otherwise? Thanks, Steffi. Gently I ruffle the top of Stefania's blonde head. I'm glad that I was able to meet you too. That's not a lie either. I really do like her. But this whole situation still smacks of surreality. I can scarcely believe even now that I was woken up by the princess of a European country. Even a lesser known one. It's pretty wild. My whole life in fact is a wild one. I used to fancy myself once upon a time as a thoroughly ordinary guy, but I don't think I can describe myself as ordinary anymore. If I tried, I think my work colleagues would lynch me. Not, I'm sure that there's much protecting me from a near future lynching as there is. My work colleagues are all aware of my licentious relationships with a slew of famous women. Stefania, Sofia, Maria, Isabella of Astoria being but one of my newest acquisitions. Though phrasing it like that sounds seedy. I'm also dating the esteemed businesswoman Wakatsuki Marina, the beloved idol EQIU, the famous social media star Cosmos Moretti, and, well, I'm getting ahead of myself. I guess if I'm to properly explain my circumstances, well, who am I explaining my circumstances to exactly? I'm uncertain. I need to take it slow. Hiroki doesn't know that he is in a visual novel. He doesn't break the fourth wall. I used to be an ordinary guy. Like I said, your average cooperative slave who lived to work and who spent most of the day either sitting in the office or else commuting to it. My life was a constant cycle of working, eating, and sleeping. It repeatedly incessantly. Yeah, sorry if I can't read some words correctly. Over and over, until I felt like a hamster running around in a wheel. I had a few relationships over the years, but I was so busy with work and so tired from it too. I was never able to keep these relationships up very long. I was prepared to live out my unremarkable, uninteresting days alone, until my body broke down from the strain of constant work, and I collapsed. But when I met Marina, actually I met Ayu first, but our initial encounter wasn't a particularly pleasant one. She fell on top of me, she hit me, and then she called me a pervert. Marina, meanwhile, was far more accommodating. We met at a bar, which was playing this jazzy arrangements. It was all very classy. I was surprised to see Marina, given her status as a well-known, respected businesswoman, the CEO of her own company. I never imagined I one day running into her, or that Marina would invite me to drink with her. That whole encounter in that smoky bar felt a bit like a dream. After sipping a few drinks, Marina invited me back to her office, and over the course of seeing Marina, however, she told me that she was a succubus. I later learned that Ayu and Cosmos were a succubi too, and attracted by my scent, it's apparently appealing to succubi. I am amazed quite the harem. Said, I don't know what that word is, but okay. I gone from being a regular every man to being some sort of Casanova, beloved by whole harem of women. My boss is aware of my many relationships, and he means to use them to his advantage. And become, since I began to date Marina, quite beloved by my boss. On account of the sizable monetary donations she's been sending to my workplace. So yes, I'm given money to my boss several times, it seems like. No, not just that one time in the first game for the camera. My colleagues meanwhile despise me for my good fortune, and I can hardly blame them. If I were in their shoes, I would despise me too. I mean, do I get off being so beloved by so many beautiful, wealthy, talented women? I worry if I'm not careful, my co-workers really might try to off me. I'm skirting a dangerous line between pleasure and pain. But I wouldn't trade my newfound life for the world. I love every single member of my harem. Right now I'm particularly struck by how pretty Stefania looks in my button-up shirt. Stefania peers at me, her eyes wide. Well, of course it's alright. You don't need to ask, and you don't need to look so anxious either. I don't bite. Stefania toys awkwardly with her hair. I'll look after you, Steffi. I promise. Once Stefania and I have finished getting up, Stefania has a quick shower then dresses herself. I shower after Stefania does. It's only polite that your guest go first, especially when said guest just so happens to be a princess. And dress myself. Newly shaven and my hair brushed, I head into the kitchen where I meet Elizabeth. That trophy had a kinda funny name, so Maid to Serve. That has a double meaning. Both maid as in she's a maid, and maid as in you are made to do something. Elizabeth Stefania's maid greets me with a curious glance over her shoulder. Cursory? I saw Elizabeth would offer me a courtesy as Stefania's self-proclaimed top maid. Elizabeth is careful to always mind her manners, but she's otherwise occupied at the moment. She's standing at my kitchen counter, attired in her usual black and white maid's garb. In one hand she holds a spatula, and the fingers of the other hand are curled deftly curled about the handle of a frying pan. Elizabeth's red eyes are narrowed in concentration as she works on whatever it is she's cooking. A scent of batter lingers in the air, which leads me to believe she's whipping up some pancakes. It's pretty nice, I ponder, as I take a seat at the table. To have a maid about like Elizabeth to take care of the cooking and the cleaning. I'm not bad at cooking myself. I lived on my own long enough, but I learned how to manage the basics. I don't often have time to cook, nor the inclination. I have to wake up early most mornings to commute to work, and I'm often too tired to bother cooking. As a result, I've been subsiding on food purchased from the convenience store for a while. Convenience store food might, as the name suggests, be convenient, but it isn't particularly glamorous. I had so many chicken cutlet sandwiches in my time that they began to taste a bit like cardboard. There's something heaty about home cooking meals that store-bought food can never hope to compare to. What with all its plastic packaging. I guess it's lacking in heart. I'm very grateful therefore for Elizabeth's presence, though I do feel somewhat guilty. We really don't have to attend to all the chores, you know. I thought you and Steffi came here to relax. Oh? Oh, it's her. Elizabeth steps away from the stove and gently levers the content of a pan onto a plate. And Stefania has her usual dress on. Looks good. This task accomplished, Elizabeth then presents this to Stefania with a flourish. But just as I thought, there upon the plate lies a perfect pancake, thick and fluffy, with an even golden brown surface. An even golden brown surface. Elizabeth's next pipes some whipped cream upon the surface of the perfectly formed pancake, then decorated with some strawberries. Oh yeah, if you don't mind. Not a big fan of sweets, but that pancake of Stefania's does look good. And it smells good too. My stomach's starting to rumble. I think that will be it for this video. Nice start to this new series. But I hope you liked it, and if you did, so leave a like to it as usual, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!